¿Qué tal amigos? En una entrevista reciente que realizó Conor McGregor con TNT Sports, comentó que no tiene intenciones de retirarse aún de los deportes de combate y que espera con ansia su vuelta al octágono dentro de la UFC. Vayamos al material.
Always temptation around. I can get anything I want. I can do anything I want. So even that alone can cause people to, lose themselves. So, it's just about keeping level-headed, get your training in. I think, right, and I'm only thinking about this in this movie business. I actually said it to the director the other day. I feel like I could actually play any role on planet Earth. I feel my life is so far removed from reality. Nobody knows me. Nobody really knows me. They have assumptions of me, but nobody really knows me, and that is in my favor. I feel like I could play any role. People be saying I look different every day. Every time they see me, I look different. So, if that was somewhere I want to go, I'd fancy it, but I don't actually fancy it. That's the thing. I'm not really into it, to be honest. It's a bit weird to me. Get me back in there, blade, knock the gun, yeah.
Away from the UFC, we'll come back to it in a minute, but away from the UFC, you mentioned movies, whiskey, stout, restaurants, it's all success. At some point in the future, you're not going to be able to fight, whether that's age or whatever.
There's another one I would dispute.
Okay.
Look at Tyson. Mike Tyson now is fighting Jake Paul, right? Okay. He's fighting him again. He fought Roy Jones also. So, there you go. That's an older guy. When he was fighting Roy Jones Jr., but something that really stuck out to me was he was asked, Mike Tyson was asked, Roy Jones also an aged guy, had retired for so long. Why? It's a recalibrate your competition. There's competitions. There's a reason in jiu-jitsu tournaments there's the veterans, the veteran division and all this. So I don't really feel like I could ever call a day to it until I'm laid out flat and that's it in a box and going down into the ground. That's when I will call it a day. So something that really struck me with Mike Tyson was he was asked in an interview around the Roy Jones Jr. fight, what do you think Custamato, who was his mentor and coach, what do you think Custamato would say to you after all these years? Why come back now? What Tyson said really struck me. He said, what Cus would say to me is, what took you so long? And that really hit me. It's almost like people get weighted down with the pressure of life, uncertainty, things. You see a lot of people in their post-fight, even most recent with Dustin and with Volkanovski also, and many fighters. It's like the weight of something. Even George St. Pierre, when he originally retired, it's like a weight of something atop them. And they just allow them to just take them right out of the game. I'm aware that that's present. I'm aware that is present, that feeling and that thing, whatever it is. But I'm also aware that, rest, recuperation, recalibration. I'm not gonna be 40 odd and looking at the 19-year-old wonder kid from wherever he's from. You know what I'm saying? Even though they might be calling me out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Look at all of my potential opponents I have. I have gangs of opponents, literally, I could fight. And that I have history with. Trilogies, secondary fights, fresh fights even. These are all similar age to me. So if these people are similar age to me and I have an audience interested, which I do, well, who's to say these fights won't take place whenever they'll take place? Do you get me? We're all, it's to the grave, my man. It's to the grave, yeah.
Fighting feels, the way you speak about it, that's where you're at your most free, at your most...
Yeah, just because I'm in control of it. I'm in control of everything. I live good. I stay focused. I go.
Are you calm in there? When
sure.
When it all shuts down, doesn't
sure.
matter what's going on out here. In there,
yes,
that's where you're at.
For sure.
Hasta aquí el video de hoy amigos. Si te gustó el contenido, no te olvides de dejarme un gran like y suscríbete a mi canal para traerte más información sobre la MMA. Nos vemos en el siguiente contenido.